Good morning, guys. Here we are. Hey, what's up, guys? You know what? We got a little bit of cloud cover in front of the moon right now. As soon as that passes, we should be able to see 100%. It's coming up. It's a little high on the screen. I got it that way on purpose because that's the west, so the moon is traveling down, so I don't have to readjust the camera here in the next 5 or 10 minutes as it's entering totality. What was that over there? There was just something. That's probably nothing. But you would know. You would know, man. Murphy's Law. It wasn't cloudy at all yesterday. And then right here, and it's not really cloudy. Well, it is to the north. But yeah, there's a little patch of cloud cover over there. A little patch. Murphy's Law, man. And it's supposed to be clear at like 5 a.m. or whatever, and then sunny and clear all day. But yeah, are you serious? Effing cloud cover during a highly anticipated rare blood moon. And they say this is a prophetic blood moon, you know. I talk about ancient Persia and three, I don't know, holidays that this fell on. Hey, thank you for who was that? Hey, Kathy, thank you for the meal like that. Thank you for the super chat. That was really cool. Yeah, they say it falls on there's been a blood moon in 2024, 2025, and 2026. 3 Jewish holidays or something like that I saw. A friend of mine sent me the information. Kevin, if you're up, Kevin, good morning. Yeah, here we go. And you know, there's not going to be another one until 2028. Yeah, not until 2028. Yeah, we're about 20 minutes away or so from totality. Yeah, right on, guys. Here we go. Hold on. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. You're viewing the eclipse through a little bit of cloud cover from uh, Southeast Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah. Welcome aboard. They say that this has some parallels to the, I don't know, ancient Persia, historic parallels some people are calling this a prophetic blood moon. And we're not there yet. We're approaching totality, about 40, not 40, 20. Yeah, 20 minutes away. I don't see any of my neighbors up. Boy, it's quiet. This is my favorite part of the day, to be honest. Favorite part of the day. Thanks for the likes, guys. Got some temporary cloud cover. Don't go anywhere. It's only temporary. You gotta expect it. You know what I mean? Murphy's Law. You have a rare blood moon. The only time this is going to happen, I think, this year. Um, and of course, there's going to be a little bit of cloud cover, but we're going to fight through it. So think positive. Here we go. Yeah, see, it went through fast. That's cool. That's cool. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Those of you that were here from the beginning, I had the phone set, the camera set at the top of the lens because I knew eventually it was going to drift downward because we're facing west. Hey, thank you, Kathy. Appreciate that. Appreciate. I see that blue come through there in the chat. That's really cool. Southern Lake Michigan. Nice. There's just a little bit of cloud cover, but you know what? They're moving fast. We are not going to let these clouds rain on our parade. Heck no, man. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you guys. This direction that we're looking right here to the west, my wife and I were sitting out here one night, and I don't know, it was early, but it was already getting dark. I don't know, the clouds were kind of like this. There weren't that many. And I saw just very briefly, I wasn't looking for it. There was a few clouds over here, not much, and the upper right above us to the north and straight overhead was clear. You could see stars and stuff. It was a good night for looking at the stars, and that's what we were doing. And lo and behold, I see a white taco chip zip through the sky right over there. Just briefly saw it for maybe, good grief, a second through the clouds. And keep in mind, there's a small airport over there. I know what I saw. Didn't have any lights on it. It was a pearl, well, not pearl. Well, yeah, I guess pearl, oyster white. Yeah, and it was kind of thick in the middle. It wasn't flat, and it wasn't all that big. It was like I don't know. And I say by not big, it was probably, I don't know, half the size of a 747, but a triangle with rounded corners. Yes, rounded corners, and it had a, I don't know, a darker gray center stripe. I could see it that get that much detail in just a second. I just happened to be looking in the right place, and it was zipping through those clouds over there from northwest to southeast. I mean, it was looking through there. I don't know how it did it, you know. And there's an airport over there. Ooh, there's something dark in front of the blood moon. What was that? I just happened to look up and see it. Wasn't a cloud, or it didn't look like a cloud. Maybe it was. They're moving fast though. It's all good, guys. Yeah, but it's right over there in the western sky. That was about, oh Lord, I don't know, 10 months ago I saw that. Yeah, true story. And I wasn't looking, didn't have my camera. I was sitting over here in a chair. Yeah, that stuff's everywhere. It is. It's everywhere. I'm sure other people saw it too. I probably wouldn't have, I know I wouldn't have seen it if I wasn't just looking in that direction, but I was. So not quite totality. Got a little ways to go. Good morning, guys. It's May 3rd, March 3rd. Rare blood moon in progress. It's early. It's an early bird. It's almost 3:30 in California, 5:30 in the Central Plains, 6:30 on the East Coast, and it's like high noon over in the UK and Ireland. Guys getting a peek of the blood moon over here from Arizona. Yeah, it's what it looks like in Arizona. Of course, we got a few pesky clouds, but it's all good. We can still see it. Didn't rain on our parade, and we expected them, even though it was all clear last night. Before I went to bed, I looked out and it was clear as a bell. But we had to anticipate the clouds, That's how it is these days. I'm trying to mess up a good show. Ain't happening. Not happening. And looking to the north, there's not a cloud anywhere. Nope. Pretty wild. Thank you, Kathy. Yay. We have a fast moving cloud. Don't go anywhere. It'll be out of here in just a minute. Don't worry about it. It's a fast mover. Here we go. Yeah, they're moving fast. Ain't raining on our parade, man. Third blood moon in 3 years, 2024, 2025, 2026. And there won't be another one until, I believe, 28, I think, maybe. I don't know, something like that. It's going to be uh, a minute. There's going to be another solar eclipse I want to talk about. Um, You know how we had one here? It's coming back out, guys. Don't worry. We're almost into totality. We're a few minutes away. So as long as we can see it during totality, that's the main thing. But they tried to rain on our parade. Of course they did. We expect it these days, man. Yeah, we know how y'all roll. Sure. Throw some clouds in front of the blood moon, rain on everybody's parade. We don't care. Do what you got to do, man. We've just learned to make the best of it. That's all. We've accepted it. Hey, what's up, Brenda Jane? Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for stopping by this early morning. Apologize for the clouds. I can't do anything about that, but they're going to go away soon. They are moving fast. And like I said, it was clear. It's clear as a bell to the north. Um, but yeah, they'll go away. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, I was telling folks earlier that in that part of the sky right over there where we're attempting to look, about 10 months ago, my wife and I were out here on this very patio I'm standing on. I saw a white, only way I can describe it is a taco chip, Dorito, whatever, white, and it just went bolting through the clouds really fast from my right to left. I was facing west. So it's moving from like northwest to southeast. Just a brief, brief second that I saw it go through the clouds. And one reason I saw it because it went through an opening in the clouds. And next thing I know, it's gone. It just appeared and disappeared like that. But it was like an off-white color, like a pearl oyster type color, Had rounded corners, three corners, triangle shape, and it was kind of a light gray. I don't know. I couldn't really tell because it was moving so incredibly fast, but it had a light bluish gray center stripe, for lack of a better definition, through the center of the flying taco chip. Freaking weird, man. And all I was doing was trying to look at some stars with my wife. We were sitting out here in our patio or on our patio, um, looking at the stars on a crystal clear night. But over there was a few clouds, but not many. So yeah, we got some cloud cover right now, guys. Hang on, it's moving fast. Don't go anywhere. Yep, moving fast. So we should be out of these clouds here in just a moment as we're approaching totality here in Arizona. And I don't know if you guys remember me talking because I know how this shit rolls now. You plan for something, they're gonna try to rain on your parade. And they did. They threw some clouds in the mix just for a few hours, just enough to jack up everybody's view of at least from Arizona. And they did. And we expect it. Hell yeah, they're getting predictable now. Totally predictable. And sure enough, there's the clouds, and they'll be gone after the eclipse is done. They're predictable. Seen this shit too many years, man. Yeah, no Murphy's Law. So absolutely, we expected Murphy to show up and rain on the parade. So no surprise there, hot shot. No surprise at all. You know how y'all operate. It's all good. We got to see a little bit of it. And these clouds are whatever, wherever they're coming from, are moving somewhat fast, or at least they were. So don't go anywhere. You know what I mean? It'll come back out. We're just less than 10 minutes away from totality. And they say there's some parallels to this rare blood moon, and they are rare. It's not like they happen every night. You know what I mean? And there's not going to be another one for, I think, 2 or 3 years. And we've had three in a row, which you wouldn't think is, well, that's not rare, right? Three in a row, but out of what, 1,000 days, three out of 1,000, that's pretty rare. But they all fell on
uh, a holiday. It's called Amur or something like that. And it also has a parallel to ancient Persia, which ancient Persia, as you guys well know, is in the news right now. And I don't watch the news. I haven't watched the news since 2019. No, I can't do it. I can't. I've tried, I can't do it. I turn it off. Even if there's something going on, like right now, there's stuff going on. I can't do it. I won't. I don't want to hear the bullshit. So I turn it off. I can't stand it. Nope, I won't do it. I'll get my news from somewhere else if I feel like I have to have it. And I think when you get to my level, you've just seen so many lies that you can't take it anymore. Disgusting. So I don't watch it. But ancient Persia, from what I hear, is in the news. Yes, it's in the news. Totality is right there. So bear with me. It should show up in, I don't know, a couple of minutes maybe. I can't stand to watch the news. 2019 into 2020, that was it. That was it. Turned me off forever. I mean, forever. Once you see it, oh, there it is right there. See it trying to peek through? Hey, hey, what's up there, little buddy? We see you. Right there you are. I knew you wouldn't disappoint. Nah, you want to be seen, you want to be heard, just like everybody else, right? Yeah, there it is, trying to peek through the clouds here in Arizona as they attempted to rain on our parade out here. It's all good, man. It's all good. But yeah, this blood moon, what little of it we can see from here, has parallels to ancient Persia. They say three Jewish holidays that this was just some information my friend Kevin shared with me, who's Uh, he's a very smart guy. Yeah, he shared this information with me. Thank you, Kevin. There it is right there, buddy. I know you're out here in Arizona as well, in the same time zone, and you're probably dealing with some cloud cover too, which is okay. But they say ancient Persia's in the news, and this has parallels. Um, it gets kind of deep. I'm not gonna dive down that rabbit hole right this minute, but ancient Persia, obviously, you guys know where ancient Persia is. Yeah, so it's in the news. It's kind of a coincidence that 72 hours before the prophetic blood moon that it has parallels to ancient Persia and the Middle East is in the news at the same time the blood moon's in the news, hiding behind the clouds out here in Arizona, but it's going to come back out. Don't you worry, don't you go nowhere. But I don't follow the news, guys, because it's all engineered, you know. I stopped watching the news in 2019, 2020. Yep. I was trying to get legitimate, information from, sources that we've all, there's basically our only sources here in America. And I learned that it's like, wow. So anyway, it just turned me off forever. I'll never, ever watch it again, ever. Nope. I don't care what it is. I won't watch it. I can't stand it. So I find it on social platforms, people I trust, people I know that are in areas where the news should have been and they weren't. Yeah, it's like, why weren't you over there reporting on this? We've got humble people, on YouTube and various places out doing these reports that the news should have already been on, and they don't even ever talk about it. It's like, wow, you've really revealed your true colors, and it's crystal clear. It's obvious in today's world with all the social platforms. Yeah, you see all this stuff. It's exposed. When they don't talk about something as big as what's been going on the last couple of months, it's just totally obvious. If you have half of you know, an ounce of common sense, you see it. Like y'all aren't talking about that stuff for a reason. You just doing what you're told. I mean, some of the stuff that's came out here recently is uh, pretty big news, you know. So we'll see where it goes, but I can't handle it anymore, man. I am done. I'll never watch the news again because they're not news. They don't talk about newsworthy things. Always pushing some propaganda. Yep. But whatever, man. You know what? It's their parade. I just choose not to watch. Come on, clouds. Get on out of here. They are moving kind of fast. We are 30 seconds away from totality. In fact, pretty much there, guys. And watch, it's going to peak out here in just a minute. I know it's uh, aggravating, but you know what? That's just how it is in today's world. There's a lot of aggravation, and you're being tested, okay? You're being tested every day, it seems like now. It's like, okay, how many times do I have to be tested? Just know you're just being tested. And just smile and move on. Stay positive. Don't let this stuff get you down. Okay, there it is right there. See, it's starting to peek through. Yeah, you can see the bottom of the moon right there. Yeah, you're just being tested. So stay strong, stay positive. That's the main thing. Stay positive. Don't get discouraged. Don't be negative. That negative energy it seems like that's a goal in today's world to make people stressed and negative and don't be that way. Just try to stay cool. Everything's gonna work out. Okay, there you are. Come on, buddy. Oh, there you go. Kind of revealed itself a little bit during totality. Cool. But we knew they'd hum some clouds over here, and they did. Predictable. We already knew it. That's why I kept saying these last few days, assuming there's no cloud cover, and usually there's not cloud cover in Arizona. But if there's a special event like this, yeah, but I'm staying positive. I'm not letting it get me frustrated because I'm up early anyway. I'm always up by 4 o'clock in the morning, guys. That's how I roll. I'm wired that way. I've been doing it for too long. So I'm up anyway, blood moon or not. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, come on out and play there, buddy. We want to see this prophetic blood moon. Yeah, we're at totality right now. We sure are. There it is. See, gave us a little peek. Oh yeah, right there it is, man. That's strong. Because there's a thin, very thin layer of clouds in front of it right now. But they're moving fast, so wherever these clouds come from, they at least put them in overdrive. That's cool. Thank you. Stay positive. It'll work out. Negative panic gets you nowhere. That's a automatic lose. You want to win, so just stay positive and don't panic, and things will work out. I know yesterday, everything I tried to do yesterday is so weird. And I know you guys have had days like this too. And I'm just talking, guys, just in general during the eclipse. Um, and you guys have had days like that too, because we're in the human experience. Oh, there we go. Man, seriously, everything I attempted to do yesterday, there was some sort of a challenge interwoven into my task. And these are very simple tasks that I've done for years. Yeah, well, just like this morning, it kind of there we go. Look at that. See the clouds disappeared, and there we go, right during totality. See, we stayed positive, we didn't get pissed, and look, there it is. It worked. Thank you. See, if we'd have been negative and stomping our feet and throwing a tantrum, the clouds probably would have stayed around. Voila. Totality, guys, from Arizona. But no, yesterday, everything I attempted, almost everything's an exaggeration, but almost everything, there was some sort of, I don't know, a pesky setback. Things that I had not encountered. Maybe I was logged out of something I haven't been logged out of in years. Um, Things I normally can go right to and find, I couldn't find. Just everything was a challenge yesterday that's normally just automatic. And you could just tell it was this pesky energy trying to rob people's peace. Nah, I gotta admit though, I was getting a little irritated yesterday, but I didn't let it rob my peace. So, damn man, it's like it's just in the air. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There you go, guys. Totality right there, Ski. We are looking at totality from Arizona. And now what's going to happen is the lower, I believe, left will start to illuminate. We'll start to be able to see brighter pieces of the moons very slowly. It'll get brighter and brighter. Right now, it is definitely dark orange for sure, even with the white clouds in front of it. It's still cranking through the vapor up there. So yeah, it's a it's a strong one, definitely. Atmospheric optics in play, of course. That's what causes that. The moon doesn't literally change color. It looks like it from our vantage point here on the Earth, but yeah, it's always cool to see, though. I know the last one was like at 1 o'clock in the morning out here in Arizona, and I wasn't. No, I don't get up that early. But I do. I did get up and go outside, take a peek, and yeah, lo and behold, a few clouds. So I just went back inside. But I did get up and look. Sure. Hey, thank you for the super chat. Wow. Thank you, Darla C, 6076. I'm gonna hit that like button if I can. Yes, thank you. Very cool. Appreciate that. Hanging out with us at 4 o'clock in the morning out here. People think we're crazy. No, we're not crazy. We just have similar interests, right? Absolutely. There we go. I'm just adjusting the phone, guys. Bear with me. I'm adjusting my tripod here. There we go. Cool. Yeah, we're dealing with just a little bit of cloud cover, but it's all good, man. It's all good. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. And as we're going to see here momentarily, slowly but surely, the moon's going to get a little brighter and a little brighter. This isn't going to happen again for, I believe, 3 years. They're saying, in some circles that this is a prophetic moon, a rare blood moon, because they don't happen every night. Even though we've had three in a row with regard to 2024, 2025, and 2026, they're still rare because they don't happen every night, or every full moon cycle. So, and then they've all fallen, uh, from what I understand, on Jewish holidays, and they have parallels to ancient Persia. Um, yeah, kind of cool, when you tie all that stuff together and connect them dots, and you can dive deep down that rabbit hole, and I you can learn a lot. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, to me, it's a cool celestial event. We've got another solar eclipse. Now, check this out, guys. We're going to talk about this in an upcoming video. Um, okay, we just had a solar eclipse down in Antarctica, of all places, and the only place you could see it was from deep in southern Africa. Okay, you could see it from Madagascar if you happen to be in the land of the giant trees, or if you were on the continent of northern, I guess, Antarctica. I say northern apprehensively because it was along the southern Pacific Ocean. So anyway, yeah, if you were in Antarctica, you could see it, which none of us were. But check this out. Check this out. There's going to be another solar eclipse, I believe, coming up next year, and it's going to be only visible from Greenland. How about that? Guys, what we're doing right now, we're in Arizona. We're still kind of in totality, but we're slowly, very slowly coming out of totality. And it is slow going, but it's definitely an orange moon, even though we've had challenging conditions. They threw some clouds our way. It's all good. I'm seeing a lot of stars starting to come out now, so it's all good, man. From Arizona, let's go. Rare blood moon. And they say that the last two, including this one, fell on a Jewish holiday, Moor or something like that. And this one too. Just adjusting the tripod a little bit, guys. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you see the bottom left-hand side of the moon, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock position, starting to get a little bit brighter. Yeah. And what causes this is the Earth's shadow. Because right now, you want to talk about a planetary alignment. The moon is directly behind the Earth, and where you could draw a straight line between the moon, the Earth, and the sun, literally right now. Yep. And let me think here. Okay, the Earth, the sun. Okay, we're still okay. Mercury's out of the equation pretty much. We were in a unique planetary alignment. Didn't have any major earthquakes, which that's good. We don't want those, but they can happen during those planetary alignments. But here's the thing: with this full moon, I'm telling you, the moon is an influencer of earthquakes. It really is. Just know it is. Okay, so we're in the full moon cycle here, entering the full moon cycle. So, um, and we're still in somewhat of a planetary alignment. Yeah, there could be earthquake activity just simply because of the unique position of when the moon's involved. The moon's kind of like a kicker. Okay, when you have Earth and the sun's always the main component on that stage. Absolutely, the sun is the main character. So, but when you include the Earth, say Venus, uh, even Neptune, you're like, Neptune, that's way, yes, Neptune, Jupiter especially. But we do have some planets in, and it's not as simple as a straight line, though. That's the thing. You say, oh, you look at the planets on a sky map, and they're in a straight line. That's not the kind of alignment you want to look for. You're looking for them with a slight curve, okay? Just a slight offset. And there's a reason for that. It's the energy flow. But trust me, they feel each other, or they wouldn't be here. We all have a common denominator here with regard to, Jupiter, Neptune, Mars, Venus, Mercury, um, is the sun. We're attached because why are we attached why are we orbiting the sun? Why? Because we feel the energy from the sun. That's all. If we didn't feel that energy, trust me, we wouldn't be here. None of these planets would be here. So to say that these planets aren't connected is pretty naive. Everything's connected. Everything is connected. Okay, but enough of that. But yeah, when the full moon's in the planetary alignment equation, the chances of a large earthquake are slightly greater. Absolutely. The moon plays uh, a big part of the Earth's energy cycle and movements and the motion of the ocean, obviously. Yeah, it's something I've seen over the years. That's all. Okay, hang on, guys. We're going to move. Bear with me. There we go. Now these clouds are going to be gone in just a few seconds. Don't worry, they're going to be out of here. And you know, I had a guy send me a picture. I'll share it tomorrow in tomorrow's video since we're talking about blood moons and stuff like that, lunar eclipses. He shared it was so cool. Um, he captured he just happened to be he was filming the lunar eclipse and a meteor entered the field of view. I mean, it is the coolest photo. Yep, a meteor zipped right by. And I'm gonna tell you a true story. Back in okay, 2017. Check this out. There was a lunar eclipse, and it was in the evening. Okay, um, yeah, it was 20. Here comes the moon again. It was during the evening, and my family we were out on the back patio looking up at the moon, just like this here. Moon was in the same location, a little higher in the sky though, a little higher in the sky because it was, like I said, an earlier eclipse. It wasn't like at 4 in the morning. It was, I don't know, it was 7 or 8 at night. But anyway, my son-in-law was standing right next to me to my right, and then the rest of my family was kind of in front of me, and all looking up at the lunar eclipse. And I noticed my son-in-law look up at me, and at the same time, I noticed it too. And he looked at me and he goes, "Do you see that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I sure did." I said, "You talking about that black triangle?" He goes, "Yeah, man, what was that?" So there was two of us that saw it at the same time. So trust me, it was there. This black triangle was sitting, and I'm talking at an altitude of, my gosh, I don't even know. Okay, I don't even know. It wasn't too high to where you couldn't see it, obviously, because we both saw it. But it wasn't like it was down in the 39,000 foot range where a commercial jet flies. If I had to guess, I would say it was at the 60,000 foot range. I mean, it was pretty high up in the sky, but you could still see it. It was just sitting there. You could see the black triangle sitting there observing the lunar eclipse just for 2 or 3 seconds, and then it disappeared. But he saw it and I saw it at the same time. And it was at, with regard to the moon, if the moon were a clock, it would have been at the 6:30 position. Not six, not five, not seven, just slightly off center of six, between 6 and 7. That's where it sat in the sky if the moon were a clock. That's where it was at. Scout's honor, man. I don't make this stuff up. It's true. But again, didn't have time to take a picture. We were just observing it because it wasn't a total eclipse from out here. That one, it was a partial, but it was crystal clear. Yeah. And it was just sitting there vertically. Yeah, it was sitting vertical, believe it or not, in the sky. Not horizontally. It wasn't moving. I mean, didn't make any sound. Had no blinking lights, but you could see really three faint points of light on each corner. Yeah, but he was quite surprised. Yeah, totally cool. Don't know who they were, what they were doing, why they would park one of those things underneath the moon. Not literally, but if you looked up in the sky, you would have seen it at that point in time. But it went like that, and it was gone. It disappeared. And that was back in, I want to say 2017, but it might have been 2016, could have been 2018. I'd have to look and see. True story. Yeah, those things aren't secret anymore. I mean, I've had enough videos of them sent in from people various places around the world that have seen them, filmed them in the uh, heck in the day and nighttime sky. And that one that we saw, it was dark, but not completely dark, but dark enough to where you could, see the eclipse, partial eclipse. True story. Once again, right out here in Arizona. There it comes, peeking right there, peeking through that opening. There you go. Okay, now the eastern Southeastern side is starting to get a little brighter. As you can see through the thin layer of clouds. Right on. Here we go. Yeah, we want to see a big old shooting star, aka meteorite, soar through the atmosphere right in the middle of our field of view. Wouldn't that be trippy? I do have a photo I'll share with you guys tomorrow, or actually today, of that very thing. Guy filmed it from Oracle, Arizona. It's actually a beautiful photo. I'll put it on the homepage of the website, and I'll share it in today's live stream. Yeah, absolutely. It's a nice morning out here in Arizona. It's very pleasant outside. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's nice. I'd say if I had to guess, I don't know, mid 60s. If I had to guess. But we're looking at a rare prophetic blood moon in action with parallels to ancient Persia. Ancient Persia's in the news right now, and I don't watch the news, but that's what I'm told. I haven't watched the news in years. Can't do it. Well, we want to see a big meteorite. That'd be kind of cool, right? Let's go. Meteorite. There it is peeking through. Come on out and play. Yeah, the clouds are starting to dissipate right now. So yeah, it's gonna be just hunky dory here in just a minute. Gonna be just hunky dory. Thank you guys for the super chats. I appreciate that. That's super cool. Thank you for the likes. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm out here in Arizona today, every day. We're outside early in the morning. I'm usually up around 4 o'clock, but I don't usually go outside. Sometimes I do. If it's a nice clear morning, yeah, go outside, check out the stars, just kind of drink coffee. I've done that for years, off and on. So there was one time I was following a particular star in the southeast sky. It was only visible in October in the southeast sky for I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks. That was optimal viewing time for me in Arizona. So I'd go outside with my camera, put it on tripod, film my star that I was following for about 30 minutes. Yeah, the star's Alfred in the top part of the constellation of Hydra. And when it would eclipse the horizon early in the morning, still dark outside, I had a perfect view, near perfect view of it. But I had to get up at 4 in the morning to go outside to film it and get a good view of it, from my camera. So I would just turn on the camera, put it on tripod, turn it on, point it in the southeast sky on Alfred, and I would just sit there and drink coffee. Yep, let it film for 30 minutes and then call it a day. But there was some activity. It wasn't necessarily Alfred that I was interested in. There was a dark void to the left at the 9 o'clock position. If Alfred were a star, there was a dark void uh, just to the left of Alfred. Um, and I was watching that area. Yeah, there was some activity in that area. And it's kind of boring to film a dark patch of sky, so I was using Alfred as my landmark, sky mark, and I would have Alfred in the viewfinder, but it wasn't Alfred I was watching. It was the dark patch of sky next to Alfred. Yeah, I was following a pulsar. That was way back. Wow, 20. I first saw it in 2012. That's how far back it goes. There it is. The moon's getting brighter and brighter. Right now, it's kind of it's a lighter orange than what it was. It was a deeper orange at 4:30, 4:33, 3:33 Pacific time, 5:33 Central, 6:33 Eastern. Rare prophetic blood moon. Not supposed to see another one for another, I think, 3 years. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's accurate. Yeah, I think 20, see, 26, 27, 28, 29, somewhere around in there. But it's the next solar eclipse we want to talk about. And that's only going to be visible from Greenland coming up here, I think next year. Like this year's, well, the one a couple weeks ago was only visible from Antarctica and parts of South Africa and Madagascar. The rest of us didn't get to see it. It's just how it works sometimes. It's like right now, this wasn't visible over in Scotland, UK, Ireland, most of Europe, I believe. Of course, it's broad daylight over there right now. They just finished lunch. Some folks might be tying into their first pint over there, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, guys. Well, listen, there's the moon starting to dip down. Now, there's nothing I can do about that. I can kind of navigate through the clouds a little bit, but what you guys can't see, maybe you can. There's a big old pine tree right there. The moon is just above a big old pine, and once it dips below the pine, we're gonna call it a morning. But this is what the moons look like from out here in Arizona. We did fight some clouds. Didn't totally rain on the parade, sprinkled, I guess you could say, and we weren't surprised. That's why I kept emphasizing, assuming it's not cloudy, I'll do the live stream because I know how this stuff goes. If it can happen, it will. And sure enough, there was a little bit of cloud cover that rained on the parade temporarily, but it stayed away just enough so we could get a peek of it here and there, which is all we wanted to see. We just wanted to see it. That's all. So there you go, guys. The rare prophetic blood moon from Arizona. Right now, what it's doing is dipping behind a giant pine tree right there. Unless I get my chainsaw out and go over and cut it down, we're just going to have to probably call it a morning. So I'm not getting the chainsaw out this morning. It's too early, too loud, and the tree's too big. So it's all good. Yeah, you can see that's a tree branch right there, dipped right in front of the moon. So, and besides, we are almost completely through the eclipse. The moon's starting to turn white uh, from the sunlight, and it's coming out of the Earth's shadow. So, listen, guys, I want to thank you for sharing the eclipse with me, hanging out on March 3rd, 2026. Yes, the moon has dipped behind the big pine tree. So, I'm going to wrap up the live, go inside, and maybe get a little breakfast and get the day rolling. So, once again, thanks for sharing part of your day with me this early morning. Tuesday morning, March 3rd, during the rare lunar eclipse. And we'll talk about it more this afternoon. I'll show you guys some pictures of actually one picture of a really cool eclipse that had a meteor dart through the image. Totally cool. So, all right, guys, I'm going to hop off here. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there.